Hey, beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing? I hope my sound is good today. Let me check. Let me check. Okay. Okay, I think it's good. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining. Apologies for rescheduling this a couple of times. Life has just been lifing, and hopefully I'm going to get better. Thank you very much, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up as you are joining. I really appreciate you, my Budu fam. I love you guys. And I'm sending you so much love tonight. I hope you are keeping warm. I don't know about you, but I'm really sick and tired of winter. But there's nothing we can do, at least for now. So tonight, I hinted you guys in my last show on Sunday. Welcome everybody. I always salute. I had you guys. Please give us a thumbs up. I said we're going to talk about this matter. I saw it on social media, and I thought this is one of the things that we normally talk about here as well on this platform as diaspora and Africans. Very important for us to talk about things like this because it relates to us. When you live in the abroad, you are thinking, should I invest? Should I not invest? Should I buy houses? How many should I buy? Should I not buy? Should I invest here? Should I? So many things going on. Those who haven't bought are thinking of buying. Those who have bought want to buy more. Some people have bought, they want to sell. Somebody was saying to me last week that they want to go to Nigeria and sell up all their houses and lands and everything they have, pack the money and come back. So there is no wrong or right answers to these questions. Rebecca Hughes, thank you. No wrong or right answer. Everybody has whatever it is they want, and as an adult, you can make your own choices, what you want to do. But we're just talking about the issues around investing in Nigeria today or investing in Africa. Okay, so the story is about this gentleman. Guys, please give us a thumbs up if you are just joining. Welcome. You can see I'm not wasting time. Some people get really upset when I don't get straight to the point. We like to fellowship here and just, banter a little bit, talk to one another. But some people are watching, when they are watching it, I don't know why people are so angry in this day and age. Wallahi, I don't understand it. When some people are watching on playback, the way they will be so upset. Get to the point. Get to the point. Why don't you get to the point? I'm like, guys, you chill. You don't have data? You don't have data? In Nigeria, that's what they call it. Do you have data? We would like to have fun here. We like to gist. We like to, just fellowship with one another. Is I think that's one of the things that people like when we do the live stream. So I don't know. Mhm. Rebecca, he say he's not calling the whole truth. The figure he called is not right. Okay, all right. It's not right. Yeah, Chidinma, no mind them. All these people that are not are members of our family. When we finish doing what we are doing here, they will now come in the comment section of the show and say, "Why don't you just get to the point? Why are you always wasting time?" Benny, what's your problem? Hmm? Relax. We'll get to it, but sometimes we want to, talk to one another, check up on each other, know how we're doing. It's called well-being, checking up on people's well-being. All right? If you are not in our circle, you don't understand. If you are not an Obodo fan, you may not understand. You are just a passerby. It's a topic that drew you in. So sorry, but we are not sorry. All right. Chidinma, how are you, darling? You said, yeah, we love fellowship. It's a family. Absolutely. Please give us a thumbs up, guys. So some people that have seen the clip about the man are already querying the figure. Okay, so the man is saying that he's been defrauded. Okay. He said, I think it was posted on Gossip Mill Naija. And he said, Nigerians, please come to my aid. I use my entire life savings, 40 million naira, to buy 20 plots of land from a popular Lagos real estate firm in Nigeria. And they have refused to give me the land since 2017. Nigerian man based abroad who is homeless. That's where I'm going to today. Homeless. It says the man is homeless and sleeps in the snow, cries out after he sent a popular real estate company his life savings 7 years ago and they ripped him off of all his life savings. He wanted to use the all the savings he wanted to use to buy land. He's now stranded both in the abroad and both in Nigeria. That caught my attention. Keywords there for me is homelessness. There's nowhere in the world that homelessness is good. Certainly not in the abroad where we have different seasons. So this homelessness thing, the man did show the story. He did show a video. I don't know how far. I don't know him. I don't know where he's from. I wish it was possible to get more information, to be able to dig. I did Google it. All I can see from my little research is people who are investigating or people who are doing reaction to this video, right? Because if you see a story like this, it jumps at you. Homeless man living in the abroad, all his life savings, 40 million naira since 2017, investing in buying lands in Nigeria, and he was ripped off. He was scammed. He didn't get any of the land since 2017. So in the comment section, because if I play the video, he was kind of screaming. So I don't know. And videos like this, somehow, the algorithms, once they hear something loud like this, they don't. But I will play it anyway. And hopefully when they do the manual check, they will be able to see that it's nothing against their guidelines. It's just he's just screaming in agony and shouting. He's calling out a particular company called Revolution Plus. So before I play the video, I wanted to just say that this company has a couple of, I think it was a year or 2 years ago. I can't remember, guys. If you remember, please put it in the comment section when a few people who live in the abroad were calling out this very, very this company. Yeah. Rebecca, do you want to tell us? It seems like you know a little bit more about this, more than us. If you want to tell us a little bit more about this, I will share my link for you to jump in and tell us. Because the man is saying that this company called Revolution Plus are the ones that that duped him. He's been summoned by the seller to resolve the issue. Summoned by the seller. Who is the seller? The company that sold him the land. Did they defraud him? Is it true that he invested his 40 million naira and didn't see the land? I don't understand. What are they settling? Did he lie against them? I don't understand. They called him to come and settle what? What are they settling? The allegation is making against the company, is it false? Is it lying against them? Hmm? Last year, Lover called out this company big time. As a matter of fact, it was serious because it was different people. Different people. I'm talking about people in hundreds were calling out the same company. And I think their brand ambassador as at that time was Tony Ibrahim, the actress, the Yoruba actress. She had to quickly, I mean, at the end of the day, when the pressure was too much, she had to make what's it called? She made a public statement saying that, you know what, I'm not responsible. I'm not the owner of this company. I don't know anything about them. I was only working with them to promote their brand. Please. And then she now washed her hands off them because the pressure that Lover was putting on them was a lot. Because I think a lot of people were sending messages to Lover, you have to come and fight for us. Odunlade and Tony Ibrahim were their brand ambassadors. So I don't know if you guys understand the way this brand influencing thing works this day and age. So a lot of marketing is done by influencing these days on social media, especially, and it's very, very powerful. That's why you see a lot of all these skit makers, they make a lot of money. One day they are making skit, the next day they are buying houses, they are buying cars. Influencers take home a lot of money. Like people like all these comedians, skit makers, they make millions, right? So any brand in Nigeria, any company in Nigeria can just start something, and then they get one of the celebrities as their ambassadors. That's why you see they're always signing contracts, exchanging contracts, and they pay them, and then they begin to promote that company. And if it's one of the people that you follow, it's just like me coming here to promote something to you. Like sometimes I do hair reviews, I promote companies and all that. If you have a relationship with that person, or you is somebody that you like, is a celebrity that you like, you admire, and most importantly, that you trust. Because when it comes to business, trust is the number one thing. Yeah. Uh-huh. Trust is very, very important in business. Mario said they use celebrities to promote their businesses, but they don't allocate land to buyers. Okay. Very, very important, because without trust, there's no business. People need to trust you to come and patronize you. And when people start calling you out over and over and again that you're being dodgy in your business transactions. Yeah, that you are not, doing what you say you will do. That even though these celebrities are, marketing you, that they are promoting you, but actually you're fraudulent, then it becomes a problem. Mm? It becomes a really big problem. So this particular company, I know they've had a lot of controversies in the past, allegations in the past of people saying we paid money, we didn't get our land, we didn't get our houses or whatever. I don't know if it's only land or they sell houses as well. Lizio said the company said on their page he didn't balance the payment of the land. That's why he didn't get the land allocated. Hmm. He didn't pay the balance. What about the one what he paid? Was he giving anything? If he didn't pay the balance, what about what he has paid? Can he not allocate for what, if he's paid some money and he didn't finish it, can they not give him some and then withhold the other one until he balances the payment? I don't know if that's, is a good argument. He bought 3 land, 2 in promo. He paid 1 in full and paid half for the other 2. So he was asked to add the money for the 2 to pay. So he paid 1 in full and the other 2 he didn't pay in full. Did they give him the one that he paid for? Because what is happening in the real estate business in Nigeria now, one needs to be really, really careful, my people. Especially if you live in the abroad, you need to be very, very, very careful. So when I did my video the other day where I was showing you guys, my retirement home, a lot of people reached out to me and to be, please introduce me. Who is your lawyer? Who is your estate agent in Nigeria? I said, no, 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 no. I don't want to get myself involved in any controversies because no, I don't want to. I'm not a brand ambassador for any property estate agent or whatever. Okay. But the people that I use, they're a corporate body, right? And so when one of my bureaus here, who is very, very close to me, was now saying to me, please, this is something I really want to do. I've been looking for an opportunity, but I'm afraid because I don't want to be, somebody to come and take my money and run away. Because although they are genuine companies, but the scam is also there. There's always an element of risk when you do business in Nigeria, right? I hope you all know that. There's always an element of risk. It's not only in Nigeria, everywhere in the world, but more so in Nigeria because most of these things are not regulated. Most of these people are not regulated. So people can literally do whatever they want, take your money and disappear. And they will still be doing business. You will be seeing them like this, and there's nothing you can do. If you go to court, they will tie you down in litigation for years. You will be spending money on lawyers and courts, and you will not get any judgment. So it's kind of it's very, very dicey. People need to be very, very cool. So a lot of people are very hesitant when it comes to real estate, investing in Nigeria and all that. Afro Tinsley said real estate companies in Nigeria are shady as hell. Always ask for the developmental fee before buying land. Mm. And he's still saying mostly the development fee are higher than the land payment itself, and they don't get to know until you are done with the payments. O'Shea said all the real estate businesses are scammers. They are all over Africa, not just Nigeria. I don't think it's all of them, to be fair. Let's try and balance it, Oshe. It's not all of them. It can't be all of them. A few of them are credible, but some of them have some shady businesses that they are doing. And that said, the wife of the company MD spoke to a very dark man in his channel, and she said he was told to come and take possession of the plot he paid for value, but he paid full value for, but he didn't pay the balance for some plots. Okay. if, I just want to know that the one he actually paid for in full that is been given to him, because when I saw this man's circumstances, it was heartbreaking. So we're going to talk about the issues. We're going to talk about the issue. Yeah, it's not all Nigerian real estates that are shady, definitely. Because my last one was from a company, and they are not shady. They are not. So I can't say all, but you can say some. Some estate agents are also very, very shady. I shared my own experience one time, where an estate agent is trying to take over my property in Abuja. It was not easy. He turned the place to his boys' quarter and whatever, guest house, put his people there and was collecting rent. I had to go to Nigeria to do madness for that man before we ended up in police station. He got me arrested on top of my own property. Hmm, my dear. It takes a level of craziness to be able to do business in Nigeria, because most people are not there's no ethics. They don't have ethics, and they just do whatever they like. Mm. So, what are we saying? We are talking about the real issues here that I want to focus on is about some of the issues that we touched on in the past. Welcome, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up if you are just joining us. So you come from Naija, you come from anywhere in Africa, you come to the abroad to, make a better life for yourself. Okay. At some point, most men will want to do something back home. They want to invest, they want to build a property, something, because we always have this dream of, okay, Ilela Bosimioko. I want to work here, I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to retire. I don't want to be here when I'm 60, 65, 70 upwards, whatever. Or I want to go temporarily and come back temporarily. You guys know I say this all the time about how, this place is not. Have you called Cal? You all right? Okay. Love you. Bye. Yeah. So, yeah, we talk about all the issues here, and I share my sentiment about these things with you guys all the time. Okay. But the part that I am very, very particular about is that why is this man homeless in the abroad? Okay, I want to talk about that first. Why is he homeless? How can you be homeless and you are building or buying lands in Nigeria? I don't know about you guys, but I would think, normally that if you come abroad, the first thing you should be looking at to get sorted is your document, your papers, to have legal stay. That's if you come, you don't have your resident permit, or you are an illegal immigrant or whatever, undocumented. That's the politically correct word that the Americans use. If you're an undocumented immigrant in the abroad, left to me as a person, as an adult, okay, I will be thinking about how can I regularize my stay? How can I stabilize my stay so that I can stay in this country legally? Before I will be thinking about, I'll be thinking about any investment. But people are different. I know people who've been here for years. They didn't think about that. They don't bother, but they still invest back home. Because the last show we did when we're talking about property, somebody actually said, how can you be saying people should not build houses in Nigeria? Or what if you are deported? In my mind, I'm like, okay, is this person living in Nigeria, or what's wrong with them? Do they know how the system works here? How are you going to be deported when you are a citizen of the land? You can't be deported from your country. So if you are a citizen, this is your country. It's your second country. Even if you have we all come from Africa, and we have, the primary country that we come from, our first country. You have a second citizenship. It's only a few countries that don't allow people to have second citizenship. I know most countries in the abroad allow you to have a second citizenship. Okay. So I'm curious to ask, why is he homeless in the abroad? Why? Why is this uncle homeless in the abroad? Nneka say Auntie B, he probably was renting in the abroad and used all his savings to buy land in Nigeria. So this is where I have an issue. Okay. And this is my own personal belief. I will always stand on it. I believe that you should be comfortable where you live at least 300 days of the year. If you spend 65 days in Nigeria, be comfortable where you are 300 days in a year. Should be there are 365 days in a year. So that is my own. I don't know about you people, but I've seen people who disagree with me, and it's okay. I'm not saying you must agree with me, okay? Because I believe this is where I live. This is where my family is. This is where my children are growing. So why will I make myself so uncomfortable here when I'm here 300 days of the year, and then I'm spending all my money somewhere I don't live? I only visit, visit. So that's one aspect. Homelessness. So the guy is talking about being homeless in the abroad in winter. Number one. Number two, let's talk about, investment. What is investment? Okay. What is investment? Ben, say Auntie B. Say it louder so that they can hear at the back. That is just my own personal belief. Because Ben, you know how it is here in the abroad now. We work so hard. We're always working one thing or the other. So how can I come home and I will not be comfortable? How can I come home and I will not, have my space where I can even put my head down and think properly when I'm and I will be I don't understand. I can't get my head around it. Especially if you don't have document that you cannot even travel, pay. You don't even have this so-called green card or passport yet. What is the guarantee that you're ever going to see those properties or those lands? So I have a problem with that homelessness. Because homelessness, I don't know where he is, whether he's in the US or he's in Europe. I don't know where this uncle is. Okay. Homelessness indicates maybe you lost your job, you can't pay your rent, or you are not a citizen in a country where there's a welfare system like the UK, where you can actually go to shelters or you can go to charities that help people who are homeless, and you are not entitled. So you are running from the authorities, you are dodging because you are undocumented. So I don't understand it. That's number two. I want to talk about, issue of investment. The other time we did this show, I said that, in my opinion, uh, investment in Nigeria is an emotional investment. Okay, some people disagree, some people agree. You don't need to agree with me. This is my personal opinion. Okay, because we live in the abroad, we earn in a currency that is perpetually higher than the naira. Okay, perpetually. Every day is higher. So I saw this post that I'm going to share with you guys in a little bit. I want to finish with this one. Then I'll share this post where this gentleman was talking about how he bought a land. I think I saw it in Linda Ikeji. Let me see if I can find it. He bought a land for $5,000. He used to buy that land. Okay. I pray I can see the post. He was talking about buying a land for $5,000 some years ago. And the land was how many millions? Okay, I'll find it in a minute. And now he's saying that after how many years of buying that land, when he converted the worth of the land in naira to to dollars, he's actually lost money. Yeah, I've seen it. Ikenna. The guy's name is Ikenna. Before I share Ikena's post, I agree with it completely, what Ikenna said. But let's hear what his uncle said. First of all, Explore said, I don't understand why people build mansions back home and live in condo. Just don't get it. Condo is even good. Come to Europe and see. They don't live in condo. They live in shared apartments whereby they will take a flat and share the rooms, and everybody will have a room. Some people will even share one room if the landlord will permit them. And including sitting room, everything is shared. It's like a hostel. Yeah, it's okay. Everybody has their own values. They have their own, what's important to them. To some people, that's what's important to them. When people say, what have you achieved, so that you can point to, okay, I built this house, I bought this land, and this and this and that. Some people have big houses in Nigeria. They have all these cars parked there, like that woman that is always shading herself, not me. The Benin woman that said that she has a mansion that she's bragging about that she has in Benin City. She has a car there. Some people live like that. So they go there once in a year, and in the abroad, you will be shocked where they live. You'll be shocked the conditions that they put their children through just to be able to have that big house in Nigeria. But again, like I said, to each their own. Okay? I don't believe in judging people for their own decisions. Whatever make you sleep at night is okay as long as you're not hurting anybody. Okay? All right. But for me and myself and I, every day I gotta be comfortable. I gotta live my best life every day because tomorrow is not guaranteed. I gotta live my best life every day. I have to be comfortable where I live. I have to live my best life, eat what I like, do whatever makes me happy. Every day I would do it. I'm not putting my life on hold for some life that I'm going to live when I'm 70. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, let me play the video now, and then we share what the uncle is saying. Then I'll share with you what Ikena said in that when we talk about investments. All right. Okay. You happy? I go commit suicide too. I go kill myself. Oh, they just said I go kill myself. Oh, all the land when I buy from Revolution Plus. If my baby is there, give me my property. If I give me my property, say we are the sleep. Say we are the sleep. If my baby is there, you forsake me. You forsake my life. Oh. You know, Siam, can you see the man? He said, you frustrate me, you frustrate my life. All my entire savings, 40 million naira. That's a lot of money. We are talking about 7 years ago, 2017. So he must have been earning to be able to save that money to send it to Nigeria. Okay? Property. No, no, say make we dey abroad. Make we work, come home. I work on my money. I not get half for abroad. I work everything. Come Nigeria, come Lagos, come buy property. A man baby that scam me. He scam me all my life, all my money. I am homeless. When I see you at the sleep. When I see you. If my body did Revolution Plus. Revolution Plus. Can you see that? Can you see? He has a sleeping bag on the floor. There's a suitcase there, and you can see snow. Hey, Chineke na God. You can see snow. If my baby tell me, see where they sleep. See where they sleep. If my baby tell me, I buy all my land. I buy 20 plots of land from him. My baby tell me, I don't see anything. Nigeria help me. Lagos State help me. I go kill myself. Oh. I go kill myself. Oh. If I die by blood for my baby tell me, no. Revolution Plus. Give me my property. Oh. I go kill myself. Oh. Okay, I need to pause it because the things that he's even saying self. May they not come flag me for here. I go chop better riba. I go chop better riba. Okay, so that's all I can take because this I don't want to make you put me for trouble with waiting they talk for mouth. So you can see what's happening here. He say now say make we invest for Africa. Now say make we go work. I no get house for abroad. I no get property for abroad. I don't have anything in abroad. I work my money hard and I sent it. So 20 plots. 20. He said 20 plots. First of all, what does he need 20 plots for? Is he going to start a school? Or is it for farming? What do you need 20 plots? He wants to build an estate. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. 20 plots is a lot. Because if you want to even build your land, you don't need 20 plots. Yes, no matter how big the compound is, you say, okay, let me buy 2 plots or 3 plots. Which one is 20 plots for what? I don't understand. But these are the issues that, we need to keep having these conversations because some people, They need to learn from other people's experience before it will happen to them. You know, I dey always talk am for this platform say you need to use another person's experience to learn. Because if you want to use your own experience, you go, the sweet though, especially if na negative experience, the sweet at all, at all, at all. All right. So somebody might be listening to this now and they are in a similar situation and they are thinking of going to buy all this number of plot of land in Nigeria. Nobody is saying don't invest too. Nobody is saying don't invest because later now they'll say, hey, come, you are invest, you say nobody should invest. But like I said, now where you they sleep every day, now it be your home. Okay? Every day where you they sleep, they put your hand, your head, now dear. The way I sit down, uncle, you not be like person where you get family. Mm? You know even get go family. Mm-hmm. Oluwatosin. Obodo, why you they bring down Naija? If we don't invest in Naija, who will? You know be waiting. I beg, I know if it's read your pidgin, no. Which kind of mumu pidgin you they write for there? You know if you write English. That's how your literacy reach. I beg. Waka. The least you can do now to write English where it makes sense. You know if you write English. You write pidgin so I know if you read them. I beg just waka go. I don't tell you, as anybody will come for me this year go collect. So shock by. So make I allow make that they scam people. You don't see that man agony. You don't see the way where they cry. He sweet you for belly. I pray it happens to you. When it happens to you, now that time you go no. People now invest for Nigeria. When people they live for Nigeria self, some people everybody see I seen one estate for Linda Ikeji few days ago where they say distress sale. When they call the billion, where they sell the land and say see money. Billions. Now in that they say distress sale. Not be human being get them. Now one make person invest for Nigeria. The ones where they invest in call show Jerry any. I beg waka. Anyway, back to the topic. Anybody will come for me 2024, you go collect. Honestly, I ready. I'm not there for. I'm done. I don't do YouTube all these years. They take Munfaragba. No, no more. I not be your. Not be me frustrate your life for abroad. If you want come here for me, you better be ready. So, why is this uncle? Why is he homeless? Number one. Number two, why does he need 20 plots? Somebody was saying that I think Rebecca Hills was saying something about being a promo. Is it promo of buy one, get one free? I don't understand. Cherise Olivia, thank you, my dear. No, I don't agree. Oh. I don't agree. What kind of promo is it? Why does it need 20 plots of land? Even the Bible says that if you want to build a house, you have to sit down and take the cost. First of all, calculate the cost. Otherwise, if you start, you not finish, and they laugh you. Oh. They go laugh you. So if it's you want to start with a BQ, you want to start with a flat, a bungalow, one house, then you can add joiner. Even if na estate, you can add joiner. So if you have money, for instance, you want to build two houses. Instead of buying 20 plots, is it not better for you to buy maybe two plots? First of all, build those ones first before you they buy more. Is that not good investment sense? Hmm? Is that not good investment sense? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Because a lot of our people don't have good advice when it comes to investments. Especially when they see all these things that are being promoted on social media. You just want to put your money into it. At the end of the day, you will come, say they dupe you. But you say, sit down and think about it. Does it make financial sense for you to buy 20 plot of land at once? When you are homeless or when you don't have anything in the abroad. Okay, now let's talk about investing. So, in case you don't know, let's say you don't know about investment, you don't know anything about investment. An investment is something that you can put your money on or that you can purchase or put money towards that will bring dividends. Dividend, how do they call ere, gain, profits. So when they talk about investment, land, property, stocks, bonds, shares, all those things, is something that will give you profits. Anything that will not give that depreciates is not an investment. That's why we always say that car not be investment. Okay? If you can afford to drive a very luxurious car, good. But from the minute you drive it out from the garage, or what do they call it? That place that they used to display the cars. And God knows I love my Range Rover. Yeah. But the minute you drive it out, the mileage, even if it was 0%, once you drive it out, before you reach house, go tell you, say you don't do 10, your mileage is 10 now. You don't depreciate already. If you bought that car for 70,000 pounds, as you come out of the garage, reach house, if you want to sell it the next day, you can't sell it for 50,000 pounds. That's the truth. So when we are talking of investment, I beg you, my people, the only thing I want to advise you, if you don't know much about it, go and meet a financial advisor. There are people now, their job be that to advise you. Say, okay, I have this money. What should I put it to? What can I put? They will look at the market and see, and they can advise you. And they have them both here and in Nigeria. I never said people should not invest in Nigeria. I didn't say that. But we are talking about, I don't know what the word, some of you that know economics should borrow me that word. We're talking about, the currency that you invest in, right? So we earn in dollars and pounds in the abroad. Nigeria is still a naira economy, and the naira keeps depreciating by the day. Àwọn olówó tó wà in Nigeria, their money is always in hard currency, is always in foreign currency. Do you know why? Because they don't want a currency that is fluctuating like a temperature. 1 minute is down, 1 minute is up, and it's permanently going down. So this our brother here, Ken, said something here. I saw it. I say, oh, this is, trust me, a man now that they get sense for business. You can accuse an Igbo man of anything in this world, but you cannot accuse an Igbo man of not knowing what business is or how to invest. All this carelessness when it comes to investment, putting your money in things that depreciate and you call it investment, and losing money. Because, I felt the pain of that man. Honestly, when I saw it, I really felt it. Do you know how long he's been abroad to work for 40 million naira? Somebody that say he's homeless. If he doesn't have paper, that means he's been working under the table. Do you know how many winters this uncle has survived? Do you know? And for him not to have anything to show for it and be sleeping on the streets, please think about it before you come here and be telling me about how I'm telling people not to invest in naira. What's that? No, it's not about. Let's not be emotional about investments. Money no get emotional. Make I just tell you, money doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have feelings. Mm-mm. No feelings. Kudi, ewo, owo, ego. You don't get feeling. Dollar will be dollar any day, anytime. Pounds will be pounds any day. Superior quality money. Euro will be euro any day, anytime. Okay? So let's not be emotional about it. You are not more Nigerian than me. You don't love Nigeria more than me. Okay? So when you are investing, be thinking, okay, dividends. Okay, what's this for? So Ikena said here, I'm going to read it out to you guys. Ikena said that he bought a land. He said land doesn't appreciate in Nigeria in most places. He said it's a facade. That he bought a land for 5 million naira early in 2020. That's 2020 to what are we? 2024? Yeah. And now the land is worth 15 million. Okay, so if you live in Nigeria and you earn in naira, it might seem like you've gained 10 million naira investment on dividend on that land, right? But listen to the trick here. Okay, this is what a financial analyst will explain to you. I'm not a financial analyst, but I have common sense when it comes to money because I know money is not easy to come by. Okay, except you the thief. If you know the thief, you they do legit work. Then you gotta be smart about your coins. So he said, should I be happy? I should be happy, right? But here is the thing. I remember transferring the dollar equivalents, in BTC to my broker who sent Naira to the man. So I sent roughly $14,300 to my broker at the time. So back in 2022, when he came about the land, for 5 million naira. 5 million was $14,300. Okay. And the equivalent of what the land is worth now in dollars is roughly about 11,200,000. So in 2023 or 2024, 15 million naira is now $11,000 200. So he's actually lost. Is lost. So he invested 14,000. He's getting 11,000. Yeah. So he's lost 2,000. Yeah, he's lost 3,000. 3,000, yeah. 11 to 14. He's lost 3,000 pounds, dollars. Now tell me how this land appreciated. I lost 3,000 in the space of 4 years. That is what Ikena said. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, as long as you are earning in this currency, you will always be calculating what you are getting back in the same currency. Okay, so for instance, you took a loan or whatever. mm, you took a loan or whatever, and now you have to pay it back, but it's at a loss. Mm, it's at a loss. That's the truth. That's just the truth. That's what Ikena is saying. And for those of you who continue to say that, me, I'm saying that there's no risk when you invest in the abroad. I never said that. Okay? I never said that. What I said is that when it comes to land and all this buying property, there are more regulation. I've not seen anybody in the abroad that said I bought property and they duped me. I've never seen it. Badebo, have you bought house wherever you live and they duped you in the abroad? You gave money to estate agents and they ran away with your money? I've not seen it. Our money is protected here. Even bank here, if you are if you are a victim of fraud, as far as I know in the abroad, here in the UK, yeah, money is taken out of your account. Once the bank investigates it, they will refund you because they are insured. Okay? There is risk everywhere, but we're talking about protection. And what is the percentage of the risk? How high is the risk? Hmm? Lady T, thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah. So, how long are we going to be having these conversations? And with people saying, "Oh, why are you saying we should invest in Nigeria?" Can I tell you what to do? Am I in your bank account? Am I your broker that will help you to send money to Nigeria? I'm just trying to give people information so they can make what they call, you know, informed choices or informed decision. That's the word. I give you information, do with it whatever you like. All right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. You are grown ass people. But the information is important because a man like this now, with everything that he's been through in the abroad, and having to come out now, basically broken, sleeping in the cold, and saying I'm homeless. Who is happy seeing somebody like this? I know some people are so detached from things. It does nothing ever affects you as long as it's not me. Wait, it concern me. Affects me. But it's a human being. It's a human being like you and I. Hmm? So we are talking about the protection and people being careful. Checks and balances, just thank you. There are a lot of protections abroad, checks and balances abroad. Yeah. If you carry person money, any company that carry, and most businesses over here, they are insured. They have business insurance. If anything happens, they are covered. Okay? So I've not had cases of people saying, "Oh, I gave money to somebody and I didn't get the land," or I gave money to a bank and the bank, oh God, don't even let me go there. How much money people have lost. Thank God that the banks are more stable now. Hmm? They are more stable now, right? In Nigeria, back in the day, those banks used to collapse all the time. I remember a few years ago, someone like JJ Okocha lost how many? I can't remember the figure that they said he lost in one of those banks in Nigeria. So, you are not a footballer, you are not a musician, you are not an entertainer, you are not earning in big bucks. You are working for a pay slip. You want to think very carefully where you are putting your money to be sure that it is safe. And most importantly, I would just say, my people, it is very, very important that you are securing where you live. You're protecting yourself in terms of at least take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself. Mm? If you take care of yourself, then you can now say, okay, whatever happens to investment abroad, I'm still okay. Okay, I put it to you that if this uncle had a house in the abroad, let's say if he had a house in the abroad, yeah, you see how I was saying, I don't get house for abroad. I don't get house for abroad. If you get house for abroad, yeah, this matter it will still be very painful because it's a lot of money, 40 million naira, right? But it will have like a buffer. It will be like a buffer to him to say, at least, thank God, oh, at least I have this one here now. Maybe let me even think about. And the good thing about the houses that you have in the abroad is that it's actually something that you can monetize. You can monetize it. The houses that you have in abroad, you can take money on your equity. The other day, I was talking to a gentleman, a British man, and we were having some conversation. I was like, you know what? He's gonna take his house is fully paid up. He doesn't owe any money. So if he wants to borrow money against that house, he can go to the bank, and tomorrow they will give him 300, 400,000 pounds. They will put the money in his account, bam, like this. So uh yeah, people need to just be careful. That's what I'm saying. Mm. Yeah, just be careful when you are making decisions regarding this investment because you never know. You never know. Yvette said, seeing that man in so much pain and distress is so painful to me. He's distraught. Yes, he's distraught. He kept shouting and saying, oh, that he wants to unlife himself and all that. Mm. Imagine being homeless in the snow. Just imagine it. We're inside the house, gong gong gong. We're only heater 247. Yeah. But out there, how would somebody even sleep outside? I don't understand how they are able to sleep out there in the open. How will you sleep? Anything can happen to you. It's so unsafe. Very, very unsafe. Anything can happen. Anybody can do anything to you. Anybody can. It's not, I don't know. It's very, very, very unsafe. Hmm? I don't know. Has anybody been able to contact him? Have they been able to contact him? Yeah, he kept saying that, yeah, he's going to unlife himself and all that. I'm sharing my link in the comment section, guys. What do you guys think about this situation? We are talking about investment, real estate in Nigeria, pounds versus naira. What do you guys think? What is your opinion about all these things I've said tonight? Especially about what Ikenna said about investing, 14,000, 300, and 4 years later, the money is now 11, because the money is now $11,000 and it's lost $3,000. Because the lower the naira gets, the more your investment depreciates. Mm? Yeah. Yeah. Sleeping outside is not for the faint-hearted. Mm. Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. BQB said, read the real estate agent disclaimer about the guy. What's their disclaimer? What did they say? They say he didn't finish paying. He paid some money and he bought, it was sale. You tell us. I don't know what the disclaimer is. Okay. Just said, invest where you live. Okay. Bumi said, investing in Nigeria is like dashing someone money. Yeah, I mean, we always have that argument about whether to invest or not. People will always do what they want to do. But what I'm saying is that people should at least protect themselves, especially if you don't have documents. Because I would think that, because some people make the argument that, I'm sharing my link, guys. If you want to say something, please jump in. I'm going to be here only for a few more minutes and then we are out. People make the argument that if you invest in Nigeria, even if you don't have documents in the abroad, mm, that if anything happens and you get deported for whatever reason, if the authorities find you and decide to send you back to your father's country, that at least you have something to fall back on. Yeah, it sounds like a very, very valid argument. It has its merits, but if you buy a house or you build a house in Nigeria, when they deport you, you have the house to live in, right? What are you going to do for income? What would you do to sustain yourself for the next 10, 20 years? Yeah. So I would rather say it's better for you to secure your stay. Uh, in my opinion, I think it's better to secure your stay so that you don't get deported in the first place. If anybody comes abroad, my advice to you is that try to secure yourself to make sure that you can stay legally, irrespective of how you got here. That's very, very important because if they deport you, yeah, yeah. BQB said Ikena is suffering from conversion problems. He appreciates in naira but depreciates in dollar. But he invested in dollars. So how is he suffering from conversion problems? His investment was in dollars. So it is right for him to calculate his investments, in dollars. Because he sent the money from here to Nigeria. So that's all I'm saying. Okay. Please give us a thumbs up. Whatever your opinion is, it is welcome. Join the conversation. What do you have to say about this? Ngozi, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome.
Hi, TB. Happy New Year. Okay, and this is a very interesting topic because, as I mentioned in the comments, me and my mother for years, we've always had knocking of heads when it comes to this Nigeria investment things. And I understand, as you mentioned earlier, a lot people don't want to admit a lot of it is emotional because even
Yeah.
when I break down the math for her, she knows that I'm right. But she
Yeah.
still feels if she has to do this. For example, the post you mentioned that he Ken, the guy, he did the math.
Yeah.
So we'll have conversations, be like, oh, if I bought these plots of land 5 years ago, look how much they're selling now. But
Mm-hmm.
I tell her you can't look at it that way because you have to adjust for inflation. Back
Mm-hmm.
then, if you bought those plots of land, let's say it's 100,000 naira, but back
Mm-hmm.
then naira was 360, it was 380, it was 400. Right now it's 1,300 upwards as of
Yeah.
today. So you can't just look at, oh, I've made this amount of money over these years because money was the conversion rate was different. And I know someone just made a comment about the conversion problem, but it's not a conversion problem because we don't live in Nigeria. So for the people living in Nigeria that are investing, maybe for them the investment then makes sense because even if they're making money, the naira is changing, they're not thinking about converting it back to a foreign currency. But for the people now who are not living invested in Nigeria, but now they're living somewhere else, we have to convert it back to our currency for it to make sense. And when we convert it back, it's not the gain is usually not there the way people think it is. So I don't think it's bad to invest in Nigeria. I think the issue is when people are prioritizing that over where they live. For example, you have family members, they're building these houses. I know people building houses in their villages, they don't even own a house in America. To me, that's unacceptable. I don't care.
Yeah.
I argue it
And
every
it's
day.
not small houses in the village, it's massive houses.
Upstairs. I don't care
Mm.
what you're telling me, unless you gave the exception. And I understand someone saying that if they know they have a sensitive, maybe documentation issue, and they don't know whether they're staying in their country, it's
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed. Those are to me the only people who have the exception to to do something like that. I could understand that situation. But for the people who are living here, their children live here, it just to me, I think when people want to be honest with themselves, is that there's deeper reasons. It's not an investment reason. It's because they either want to show off, they feel like they need to compete, they feel as if they have to show they have arrived, they feel as if like people are looking at them somehow. They've been in America 20, 30, 40 years. They don't have a house back home. For some people, it's very shameful for them. It's embarrassing. They feel as if like that's something they're supposed to have to show that their stay in the foreign country was worth it, that they've accomplished something. And if they don't have those properties back home, they feel kind of they don't feel as if they've done enough.
As if they achieve. Let me ask you this,
Exactly.
Ngozi, before you continue. Shago is saying something here, and this is open for discussion. He said, Obodo, But the Chinese, Indians, and Pakistanis are investing in Naija and are doing well. Why is it different for us? We don't appreciate our own. We are indoctrinated by the West.
No. Shogun is not comparing. He's comparing two separate things. Those people are investing in businesses. They're investing in appreciating assets. People going to build a house in a village that no
And
one
the
lives in
Pakistani
for
investing in
11 months,
houses and land, buying 20 plots of
that
land in
nobody lives
Nigeria.
in, that are empty.
Shagu, what are you
That's not
talking
what
about?
they're not comparing the same things. And if you're thinking about in terms, like I said, a house that no one is staying in, you're not renting it out, you're not Airbnbing it, no one is staying there for 11 months, 11 and a half months a year. That is not an investment. It's an asset, but it's not an investment. You're not making money off of it. So you can't compare those things because, like, you're naming those groups of people. Yes, they're in Nigeria, but they're not. They're not building. They're not going to the village and building houses no one stays in. They're doing like real proper investments with companies and contracts and lawyers. And yeah, they're making money. I won't argue that they're doing well. That are the people living in Nigeria. Those are the type of businesses that they're going to do. Are those the type of investments they're doing? Most of them are not. Let's be honest. They're not doing those type of investments. So if that's the case, if you're talking about, I think that's even the direction most people should be going towards. Most of us who are outside of Nigeria should be looking at real businesses,
Businesses,
real
yeah, yeah.
things, not building empty houses, like real
Mm-hmm.
businesses, like doing real things. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a great idea, but if I could speak from the people I know, for being honest, that's not what most people are going towards, because
Yeah.
that's on a whole nother level. You have a lot of things involved. You're dealing with lawyers. You're dealing with it's not simple, and you need a lot of cash. You need a lot of, be able to get loans and all that stuff. But yeah, I think if people have honest conversations with themselves and really tell, it's okay,
Why
like
do people keep thinking that it's because we don't appreciate our own? We don't appreciate our own. Is this about this is I mean, I feel like that is such an emotional reaction
people
to the
say, and
topic.
if we're talking about specifically Nigerians, no one can even come and even give that type of excuse, because I would say, going back, I was in Nigeria this past December, and I say it every time I go to Nigeria. I don't know of any people that go back to Nigeria the way Nigerians do. I don't even. I think it even could be compared to all. It's not even just within Black people. It's probably compared to all foreigners in terms of how serious they take going back to their country. So you can't say it's not appreciating your own, or it's not loving your country. No, I don't. That's, you can't use that excuse. That's an emotional response. It's just, if we're going to be rational, we're talking about numbers, we're talking about business. A lot of these things that people do in Nigeria, it doesn't make sense. And it's okay. They can continue to do it, but also be real and honest, and don't change it because you want it to favor your actions. Be honest and say, I'm doing this because I feel like this is something I should have. I'm not worried about whether it's an investment or not. I'm not worried about if I'm making money over it. And I will respect that. That's fine. It doesn't always have to make sense. It doesn't have to be an investment. But don't, like, I feel like a lot of people are not being realistic when they talk about these back home investments. They don't like hearing the truth, that a lot of it just
They are
doesn't
not
make.
engaging with, the points that I've raised. Instead, they are being sentimental, being emotional about, oh, we don't appreciate our own. And the Indians and the Pakistanis are doing it. But you need to engage with the points I've raised. We are raising points about people being someone who is actually homeless
Mm,
now because he's gone to invest 40 million naira in Nigeria, whereby he has nothing and he's got nothing in the abroad. And now he's been defrauded, or allegedly said that he's been defrauded.
And the reality is that even if he took, and it's not to say, like we keep mentioning, it's not to say to invest in Nigeria, but even if he took half of that money, right? He took 20 million, he invested it in Nigeria, but he took the other 20 million, converted into dollars back then when he did that investment. That's a lot of money, and put a down payment on something in America. He most likely would not be in this situation if these allegations are true. He would have had a house, he would have had equity, he would have had something to pull out of. He wouldn't be as distraught if he had some type of invest, even if he didn't even buy a house in America, just had it in a bank account
Or
sitting
even
there.
if he has a shop or has a
Right, just
shop in the
something.
abroad or something, I don't
Even if
know.
even if you just kept it in a high yield savings account, just keep it in your account.
Hmm.
He won't be in this situation. He'd even have to buy something now if he doesn't really want to. Buying is not for everyone. People have their reasons, but just have that money saved. He
I
would be
like
in a very different situation.
Yeah, I like what Sisi is saying. Sisi said we need to stop using the word investment because clearly a lot of people don't understand the full definition of it. We're not talking about, okay. 20, I don't know. I'm trying to explain it and break it down as simple as I can. The man said he spent 40 million naira, all his life savings abroad, to buy 20 plots of land. 20 plots of land is an investment, or is intended to be an investment.
Right.
So there's a difference. So maybe I don't know. How do we explain what is an investment? Maybe you can explain it better, Ngozi.
I think in terms of when we're thinking investment, it's something that you did. When you invest, you expect a return. Like you're not just putting. Like I said, somebody can decide they want to just build a house just to build a house. They don't. They may not be looking at it as investment. They don't plan to ever sell it. They plan to keep it, pass it down to their children. They're not really looking at like, oh, I'm trying to make money off of this house. But when someone is buying land and for the most part, they're looking for a return on their investment. They're looking for what is their ROR? Like they're looking to make money off of it. So if he came in with that mindset, I'm trying to invest this money. He didn't think he was going to lose. You know, of course, like you mentioned, there's risk involved with any investment, even in America. Yes, but for him to not get what he expected to get out of it, and for this company allegedly to basically now start giving him issues or want to give him his land, he lost. He can't do anything with that. That he can't sell it. He can't do anything with land that they won't that they're not giving him that they refuse to give to him. So in terms of investment, I think that when people hear investment, I don't know whether they just whether they I don't know. Like I said, I think a lot of people buy houses and they're not necessarily buying them or building them with the idea of I'm trying
Yeah.
like this is supposed to be an investment, and that's fine. Like I'm saying,
Mhm.
if you want to just do it just to have it and you can afford it, that's nobody's business. It's okay. But when you're going into something saying, "Oh, I'm building my house and this is an investment," you're not renting it out. You're not making money off of it. It's just sitting there. That's not like that's not really an investment. That's
Yeah.
just you know what I mean. Like that's just something that you want to do. It's like a project. Like it's a personal endeavor. Like it's
Yeah.
not really an investment. Investment.
BQB, you have a lot of conspiracy theories that you're throwing out there, but I'm just going to ignore you because I think you're going to derail us from the real conversation, which is about, diasporans and simple choices or decisions that people need to make in their day-to-day lives when they make money. You are talking on a grand scheme of event about conspiracies about, Nigeria and Russia, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to go there with you because you're a conspiracy theorist from what I can see. And that's
Respect.
okay. It's your opinion. Yeah, valid for whatever it is you're saying it for. But what we're talking about is about this gentleman. I don't know if you are new here, but we are usually very issue specific here. We talk about a particular issue and we focus on the points being raised in that situation, drawing out the lessons because it's always a learning environment here for us. So I think you are new here. You may not understand how we operate here, but this is what we do. Okay. Aha. All right. Thank you very much, Ngozi. So you and your mom, you say you
We
you can't
straight.
convince her.
We've had argue like literally like we just argue, and she knows. Like I'm saying, she knows deep down inside what I'm saying is correct. But she just,
Uh,
she's like, well, I've already started. What can I do? They know it's not. They know these things. And if people talk about even these houses you're built, let's be real. Most of these people, you have children living abroad. They don't care about these houses.
they say
God
Ngozi is
forbid
not in
something
Nigeria.
happens. They're not
Somebody
going
say you
to.
are not in Nigeria when your name is
I'm
clearly
from
in
Nigeria, from Abia State. I'm from Nigeria. I was in Nigeria 2 weeks ago, Shagun. So I don't know what
Shegun.
you're talking about. I'm
Why are you
Nigerian.
capping in broad daylight like this now? Somebody's name is Ngozi. You say she's not in Nigeria because she's not. You don't like what she's saying,
Right.
Shegun. Don't be like this now. If you want to cap something that's believable, her name is Ngozi. How Nigerian can you be with a name
Leave
like
him.
Ngozi?
Leave him. Leave him. But yeah, I
That's
think
all right.
it is what it is. But even when we even particularly talk about these houses that a lot of these people are building,
Mm.
they're not being realistic that when something happens, most likely is a family member that will inherit it or someone back in Nigeria. It's not their children. Their children are not going to
Yeah.
come and fight
That's
for these
another thing we
houses.
need
They
to
don't
think
care
about.
about
Our
it.
children, are they ever going to go back?
Are they connected enough? Would they feel comfortable to even go to this place where you built a house? Do they care about it? Are they even
I don't
a
think
lot
so.
of
Not
these
my
kids,
children anyway.
they're not
Mm.
interested, especially
Mm.
boys. A lot of these
Yeah.
boys, they have no interest. I'm telling you, my cousins, they're not interested in all that stuff. So you're building this
Yeah.
house, and God forbid, whenever the time is up, who's gonna get it? It's not
Yeah,
your kids.
that's true. That's
There's gonna
true.
be one of your siblings, your uncle you maybe didn't even like, someone in your family that you don't even talk to. They're gonna be the ones
Yeah.
enjoying these houses. So
That's the
invest.
sad truth that a lot of people don't agree with.
So invest where you live and where you
Mm,
enjoy every day, where you go, where you are there for 300 plus days, 330 plus days. Many people don't even vacation. Even if you go
yeah.
to Nigeria once a year for 1 month, you're still in your house for 330 plus days. That should be your priority. Period. That's me. I don't care if you want to eventually retire. Everyone says it's retirement thing. That's another point we have to hit it. A lot of
Yeah.
Nigerians are not realistic. I know
Yeah.
you want to be positive, and I know you want to speak life into things. Proverbs
Yeah.
18:21. Trust me, I'm a Christian. But let's be real. 90% of people say they're going to retire in Nigeria. They're not going to.
Yeah.
They're
That's
not.
true. That's
Even if
true.
they go, they're going to maybe go 2 to 3 months a year when it's cold and come back. Their
That's true.
children are in America. Their immediate family, their life, their life is in the foreign in abroad. They're not
Yeah.
retiring in Nigeria. Nigeria is not
Yeah.
making it easy for people to retire there with the
It's
way things
not
are going.
that is what we should be focusing
With
on.
the way things are going. They're
It's
not
not, it's
making it
getting
easy for
worse by
them.
the
It's getting
day.
worse. So you're investing in a place that's not even if you're Nigerian doesn't mean that you will not speak the truth. That's wrong. If I'm
Yeah.
American, I will still speak the wrong. That's an American. I won't say because I'm Nigerian. I won't speak the truth. The economy is very unstable.
Yeah.
So you're investing in a country that's
Did,
not backed up. It's all
yeah.
these things are going on.
Did
Let's
you
be
notice
honest.
lately that a lot of even pharmaceutical companies have been seeing it for the first time, the way companies are folding up and leaving? I mean, it's never been this bad before.
Just based on YouTube that I watch, I know how many creators I
Companies
watch
are just folding up and folding up. The
that
other
are
day,
just
Shell, they are selling off all
yes,
their, they are
yes, and
selling off and leaving.
import. Yeah, I saw
Manufacturing,
that one.
pharmaceuticals are leaving. People, everybody is leaving. I'm like, God, what is going to happen? I mean,
People are
there's
seeing
a crisis
they're
in
seeing
Nigeria.
that I tell you,
Crisis.
they're seeing what they're foreseeing the future. People are not they're being and not to will you say those people are being negative because they're making decisions based on how
No,
things
because
are
they do
now?
their companies, they do scenario planning.
Thank
They
you.
forecast.
They
They can
have to look.
forecast
They're
5 years.
looking
What's
into
going
the
to
future,
happen?
and they have to make a decision. So, are you telling me this is a place you're saying you're going to retire in 10, 20, 30 years? God willing, we want it to be better, of course. But let's also entertain the possibility that it might not get better. And then
Yeah,
what?
sadly.
And
Yeah,
then what? You know.
yeah,
So
yeah. Thank
God,
you.
God help Nigeria. But let's be honest with ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you
Welcome
so
back.
much. Thank you, Ngozi. Appreciate you, my darling. Thank you. Thank you. If you're sharing your 2 cents with us, you are absolutely spot on. I agree with everything you said. See, we're not here to debate our love for Nigeria, right? Guys, nobody's here to debate. We're not here to debate who loves Nigeria more. Okay, we all love Nigeria. If there's anybody that loves Nigeria, it's me. Even with everything that is going on, you see how I risk it and I still go. I literally will go and still travel on the road. My friends will look at me and say, "You are crazy. What's wrong with you? Are you not afraid?" It's me that will even give people mind pay. Don't worry. Let's go. We'll pray. But I am not blinded to what is going on. I said to someone, a friend of mine, I said to them at the beginning of this year, I said, Nigeria this year, things are going to be hot. I say, you see, criminality is going to get to another level. It's not, I want it like that. It's not because I'm a prophet of doom or anything. The truth is that the more things get harder for people, Nigeria have a teeming population of youth. They are young and they are restless. They have no jobs. They have no hope. They look at their future and it's bleak. When you have a population of millions of youths like that, what do you think is going to happen? You think they're just going to fold their and they keep seeing all these celebrities and politicians flaunting their money? People like Dino Melayo on social media every day showing their garages and all the cars and everything. What do you think they're going to do? They will take to criminality. See, hey, oh my mad gone. Oh my mad gone. I'm telling you the truth. Because people are so desperate. They are so frustrated. People and Nigerians are very resilient people. They are very, very resilient people. I know my people. They want to do what is right. But I've never seen it bad like this before. Go to Abuja now. Abuja used to be the safest place in Nigeria. Where people go. I used to brag of Abuja. I say if everywhere in Nigeria is not safe, Abuja is safe. Go to Abuja now and see what is happening in Abuja. Even a military estate. See how they raided it. What are we talking about? It's just the beginning. Oh my god, go. Because these youths, you need to engage them. If you don't make the economy, stable, and you don't give them jobs to do, you know what they say? The devil man's, what did they say? How did they say it? The idle man's brain is the devil's workshop. So, Emeka, I'm not a prophet of doom. But when I saw the hopelessness, there's so much hopelessness, and how people are, you just come out like you just see people from nowhere. They've got nowhere to go. They are just looking for one thing or the other, their daily bread. Wo ton ba ron jeje, wo ma jeyan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. I'm telling you, food is the number primary thing that every human being needs in this world. And food is a big deal in Nigeria. People cannot afford to eat. They can't afford to pay their children's school fees. They cannot afford to keep their families. And you expect them to be happy? Ah, okay. Oh. Emeka Onimoso is just the situation, the way I read it. You see what Ngozi said? Those companies that are leaving, yeah, they have what they call scenario planning. They have what they call forecasting into the future to see. So they will call all these professionals, PhD holders, come and look and say, okay, where do we stand in 5 years? Is this economy viable? Is our company going to make money? Are we going to be able to do this? They will pack up. All of them are leaving. And for every company that leaves, you know what it means? People are losing their jobs. That's more unemployment being created daily. That's more mouths that don't have food to feed. That's more people that don't have money to pay their rent. That's more wages lost. And you say the highways are going to be safe. Okay. You see, Tinubu's wife was saying the other day that people should be praying. That they should be praying for insecurity in Nigeria. People should be praying. Nigerians pray. Is it that they don't pay? Where is there there's no church, there's no mosque, there's no babalawos, every nook and crannies in Nigeria. It's not prayer they need. People need jobs. People need food. People need sustenance. If you don't give them that, okay. You see, a time will come, all those Olowo in Nigeria, all the ones that think they are safe, when they will come to their door, all their security will not be able to save them. If they don't do something to turn the economy around the way it is now, prayer will not save them. People have gone past that stage. They've gone past that stage. I'm telling you. And Stephanie said, Auntie B, my dad just went to our house in the village to check on it, and people have already rubbed it. They removed all the electrical wires. It's a very odd thing to steal. Yeah, I've heard of that before. Friend of mine here was building a house in Benin. He finished putting all the wiring. Before he came back, they've rubbed it and taken all the wires, 6 flats, everything. He had to do it all over again. So yeah, Stephanie, my condolence, my dear. It's getting hot, oh. It's getting really hot because people are hungry. Nigeria is a tickly time bee. Telling you. Jumi, welcome, Jare. Patrick, please, Ekpada, come back. I share my link, sir. Emma Binu, Ngozi was giving us so much sense. I didn't want to cut her off. Jimmy, welcome.
Hi,
Can you
Auntie
hear
B.
me?
How are you? Happy
Hello,
New Year.
darling. Happy New Year.
So I totally support everything that Ngozi said. And when she talked about her arguing with her mom, I was like, oh, we're the same boat. Because I feel like, our parents, you know, they all want to, I don't even know if we should use the word invest back home. Because she made a point, sometimes if there's no return on it, is it really called an investment?
Yeah,
So I would just say, our parents just want to have a place called home,
right.
something that they can have back
Yeah,
home. But I also don't buy, and also with that man, I really feel for him with his story because I've heard of many people that have been duped by a lot of these companies.
yeah,
A lot of people have been duped. Even people in my own family have been duped by these companies. And I really feel for them. And that's the thing about investment. First of all, you have to be secure with your own day-to-day living, day-to-day
right,
expenses.
right.
And when you now have extra, that's when you can now invest. And when I say extra, because I don't know if you know about Dave Ramsey or people like him that talk about financial wealth and financial literacy. he talks about the baby steps or whatever to financial wealth. And he always talks about, first you have to save money for, maybe 3 to 6 months expenses. God forbid you lose your job, your source of income. He also talks about paying off debt, credit card debt, consumer debt, and all those things like that. So after you have now settled all those things, that's when you can now have extra for investment. So meaning you've already settled your expenses, you've already settled your debt, you're okay, then you now have extra now to invest. And I would say start with where you live first, like we always say. Start with where you live, and then maybe now look to abroad. I mean, the back home, and start investing there. And even that, it's a big risk. Like we said, the naira is not stable. This
Mm-hmm.
it goes in and out. It goes in and out. So you should already know that there's a higher risk when you're sending money back home, and
Yeah.
even the chances of making money back on it, it's slimmer than making back um you know with money that you invest in America or in the West or UK or whatever.
Yeah.
So now with this whole thing, I the only thing I wanted to also add, because I know a lot of our parents, a lot of our aunties and uncles, they are all building back home. I,
Right.
I just wanted to put a little spin on this whole building back home, because you talked about, oh, they're building big mansions. And by the time they get back, it's so big that by the time you get back, it feels it's too big for you. The
Right.
only thing I would just encourage people to do, I'm not saying don't build back home, but I
Mm-hmm.
would say as your agent, because I
Mm-hmm.
work in the healthcare field and I heard working with education, I
Mm-hmm.
I would just recommend people to build a house that when you're 80, 90, that you can still live in that house. And when I
Right.
say that, because one, forget steps, forget certain kind of tubs, forget there's
Let,
certain kind.
do me. Let me make
Yeah,
you laugh. When
yeah.
whatever you say, people, when you're in a public space, whatever you say, somebody will have something to say to come for you and challenge you. That's fine.
Hmm.
But so I work with adults, right? And
Me too. Yeah.
I know what risk are when it comes to
Mhm.
falls and things like that. So I was saying in that video that I did about the bungalow, I said, well, I don't need steps when
You
I'm
don't.
70. And then somebody came there and said, actually, it's steps that you need. That's how you will do exercise at your old
Okay.
age. It will keep you active. People just say things. I'm like, okay, you want to tell me what I know. All right, that's fine.
People
When
don't think about this in the
you
long
don't know
run.
what falls. Falls is a major when adult. My mother-in-law had a fall. She was very, very strong. She was 95. Very, very, very strong woman. All
Mm,
her intellect, everything, mentally, physically, she was okay. Then she had a fall.
mm.
She fell, and the minute she fell, that was it.
Everything goes down.
Yeah, that was it. She didn't last another year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So exactly. So that's just because I I have opportunity to also work in a nursing home, so part time. So I see a lot of the the clients, the patients there falls. There's always a precaution, fall risk, fall risk, fall risk. And most of them, oh, I was going downstairs for my laundry, going
It's actually a
downstairs to the basement.
safeguarding. Yeah, it's a safeguarding. It falls under safeguarding when people fall like that. Yeah. Even
Exactly.
one single steps, once you miss it and fall. Because most times when you fall, you either hit your hip or you hit your head. And these are when you are old, you are fragile. So when you hit those places on the ground, tear bye. Oh bye. Straight
But
away. Go
and
to
I
law.
also wanted to add one more thing. Sorry. The whole, you talked about Nigeria. People are hungry, and
Hey.
to
Mm,
me, I totally agree, because my husband, he's part of multiple organizations. He has more of a how do I say, more connection to Nigeria than me, because he grew up there. I grew up more in America. So he's always ready to, give and send money back home. But his is not really more of investment. His is more of charity. And he said in their church back home, I think they started doing a thing where they give the people in church rice, or
mhm.
something like rice, bags of rice or something like that. And it said, if you see the way the population of the church increased because of
Hmm.
that,
No, people are hungry. I'm
so
telling you.
and that's what I'm saying. People are
I was in Nigeria in
hungry.
November. People are hungry.
Hmm,
When I say people are hungry, I'm talking about people that will stay all day, they have nothing to eat.
hmm.
Millions of people are hungry. So when I
So we
say
have
that,
to rethink the
yeah,
way we're, building things back home. Are we building things? Yes, I understand people want to have things for themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. But we also have to consider you coming in a village, you're the only one with this mansion. First of all, that means you're ready to carry everybody else's burden because now they see you, a mansion, everybody else is living in a impoverished, and you're bringing your mansion. That's so insensitive to me. And then you're bringing your mansion, your big house. That means people are going to keep coming to you. You're not even going to be peaceful in the village because people are going to keep bringing their problems to you.
yeah, you
That's
are the
the way
big
I
man.
see it.
You are the big man. You are the one Olowo among plenty Otoshi. So you know what
How
it
many of
means.
people are living off of pension and stuff? This money is limited. So
Hmm.
I just feel like people really need to reconsider when it comes to investing. Let's invest in something that's really going to make impact. That's my
Hmm.
own contribution. But
All
thank you.
right. Thank you so much, Jimmy. I appreciate you for enlightening us about investment. Maybe we shouldn't use the word. Cynthia said we shouldn't use the word. I don't know what else to use when we are talking about something. I don't know. Is there any other word you can substitute for investment? I don't know. But anyway, we are talking about choices that people make and how it can come back. Like I said, nobody is going to tell you what to do. Brad Patrick said life is in phases. Don't build $1 million houses in Nigeria, even when your children in Obodoyibo need money for college. Secure yourself and your family first in Obodoyibo. Life is not competition. God bless you, sir. Mhm. Uh, so at the end of the day, you can whatever you want to do, nobody is going to tell you this. So a woman came the other day and told us on this show that in their living room where they live in their abroad, their settee couch is torn like it's in pieces. They have tier chair in their living room, but the husband will not agree for them to change it, and he's building a massive house in their village. So you tell me, you are living in a house where your children are, your family is, your wife, you yourself, your uncle, and your chairs are they are torn. Everything don't scatter, and you don't see the need because this is this chair that you sit on daily. I don't understand how some people reason, sha. Woman, you me, it used to surprise me, honestly. Eh? It used to surprise me how some people reason. You don't have chair. How do you not have chair and you are building house? I don't understand. Don't you want to sit? You want to sit on the floor? Brother Patrick, sir.
Yeah,
Welcome,
Auntie B.
sir.
I just
Welcome.
have to. I went to somewhere. I just have to jump in.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you and Ngozi, you said it. You said well.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything is wisdom in life, especially when you're in the obodooyinbo. Yeah, I've been to Ramsey class for about credit and making sure you get out of debt. One thing people have to apply wisdom.
Yeah,
You don't want to go to Nigeria and build a house to the detriment of your family.
right.
Life is in phases. When you
Mhm.
come in here, maybe your children are younger, you are struggling. By the time you enter university, college, they need money.
Mhm.
A lot of people have built mansion in Nigeria. They can't, their children, apart from their children not going there, they miss out from their children. They are
Hmm.
working
Yeah.
80 hours, 90 hours to make sure the house is built. The children are not doing okay. By the time they are 18, some of them will say, no, I'm not going to college. This is what I want to do. You can't do anything to them. That's when you be slapping your face. Say, what
Hmm.
have I done to my
What
life?
have I done? Yeah.
Yes, you are missing out from the children now. They don't even know you. They are
This
not
is
going to go.
Somebody is actually, sorry, sir. Somebody is actually just correlating what you just said. God is good said, because I said no to building back home, I was seen as the enemy of progress. It was part of what contributed to my marriage breakdown. That's exactly what you just said now.
My sister, I have a family. I'm not going to mention him. The man left his job as a senior manager. The son here, the first son is a director in America. The second son, they are all doing great. They just went home to start their building. The man is retired now. They gave him
Mhm.
100 acres of land in his place to even start to do farming. He said, what does he want to do with it? They are doing that, but they are secure. This man gets nothing less than $5,000 every month as pension.
Wow.
And to be, you have to secure yourself first in America. They go to Nigeria, they come here for medical.
Mhm.
He has Medicaid. He retired from Pfizer.
Mhm.
Pfizer as a senior manager. Everything
Mhm.
is wisdom. You are building mansion abroad. Meanwhile, your children cannot go to college
Mhm.
here in America. Do
Mhm.
you think they go and stay in that place in Nigeria? Never. Never. Just because you are RN, you are doing it in 100 hours. You don't take care of those kids. By the time they are 18, you can't even look at their grades when they go to college. They do whatever
Mhm.
they want.
Yeah.
People don't understand. Life is in phases.
Yeah.
Some people, if they even sell their house, they will make maybe 500,000. They can buy one house in Nigeria with $200,000
Mhm.
and buy a condo to stay with their wife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You
And
don't
even
go
if
to
you don't
Nigeria.
want to go to Nigeria, even if you don't want to retire, if you have a house abroad,
You
you.
can invest abroad. Until B, you can
Mhm.
buy another house in abroad that will be giving you money.
Mm.
Like we said, you just gave us a lowdown what is happening in Nigeria. You and Ngozi, the
Mm.
inflation rate there, the way people are
Yeah.
stealing money. You want to go and compete with those people?
Yeah.
You will sell your future to them. You can't do that. You've been in America for 20 years. Focus on your family, number one. Get
Mm.
your stay. Let your children focus on them, invest in them, so that at the end of the day, you will sleep well. You don't want to go into rehab to go and meet your kids as into all kind of stuff.
Mm.
People don't get it. Secure your
Mm.
family first.
Mhm.
And to me, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate you. May God help us to make wise decisions.
Yeah, like
Eshe
Auntie B,
Gani.
like we said, we are not asking people not to build.
No, I can't even
Don't go
tell.
and
Yeah.
don't go and be. What they call it. They call it vacation home. That's what people build in Nigeria.
Yes. Yes.
Vacation.
Yes.
Don't go and invest all your money to the detriment of your family.
You
Somebody
know
that
what?
bought.
Brother Patrick, do you know what some British people do here? What I've noticed that they do here, because I used to watch a lot of all these location. There's a program here they call location. So, what they do, some retired British seniors, because of the weather, when they retire, they go to a place like Spain where it is warm. There are some islands in the Spanish Canary Islands is warm. They will sell their house here, and they will go and buy a small house, maybe like a bungalow, or they will just buy a house that is 3 bedroom, because all their children are grown, they have retired, but they just want a warmer climate. That's what they do. They will go and buy it there, and they will just retire and live their best life there. So if you want to do that, even for Nigeria, it's possible. If you want to retire and say, okay, because the thing about building or buying houses is that if you have your money today, you go see house. You don't need to be
Yes,
laboring
now.
for years. That's why
Yes.
I say secure yourself first. Make sure you are comfortable where you are day to day. Because to build, once you have money to buy, house is full grand.
And the big power they change hand. If you have money when you go Nigeria, you go buy house.
If
Leave
you want
that
buy
one.
estate self, you go buy.
And to be, I don't stay for this country. You know, some people that the kind of work they do, by the time they are 60 something, hey,
Mm,
and to be, you would think that this man is 80.
yeah,
What you'll be going through, doing one kind of job in America
yeah,
or abroad. Do you think it's
yeah.
easy?
Yeah.
You need to enjoy your life first. The house you go
That,
build millions of dollars of house in Nigeria. We don't go enjoy. Your
that's
family go
another one they
inherit
will
them.
fight you for if you tell them to enjoy life. Oh, Brother Patrick. Ha.
Well,
When I
some
used to
people.
tell people to enjoy, they're like, it's not how you enjoy that we enjoy because you like traveling. Some of us don't like traveling. Lori, you
Well,
know.
I be the only third person. If you know where I did now, you saw where I am. Maybe you saw the picture where I am. uh, maybe you saw the picture where I'm sitting, where I
Yes, I
am now.
did.
You
Yes,
saw a
enjoy
hair.
yourself, sir.
Enjoy yourself, Auntie B. People don't understand. You are 60, you are still
The day you
jumping,
come in,
jumping.
na that day you go know say all that money where you dey save, including the houses where you get both home and abroad, not be your own. No, enjoy yourself. They used to come for me. How are you telling people to hey? You need somebody to beg you to enjoy. Some
You
people,
build house in
our people,
Nigeria.
all they do is
You're,
work.
you're only going
Hmm.
twice a year. Sleep on the bed before you wake up. Like about 50 people don't come meet you. Uncle, what do you bring? They'll eat money in the morning, in the afternoon. I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of people, but take care of yourself, your family first. Number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, you have to enjoy your life. Every day that you wake up is a blessing. So enjoy it. Don't make choices that will make you end up like that uncle that is homeless now after all these years abroad. And now he's, coming out on social media. So if you look at it, thank you very much, Brother Patrick. I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it,
my
sir.
God
Please
bless
enjoy
you.
your evening, sir. God
Yeah,
bless
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay. Brother Patrick, they enjoy himself. Oh, he and his wife. They are doing boyfriend and girlfriend. Sit down there. Anyway, so what was I going to say? Oh my god, it does skip my brain now. What I was going to say. This is so for funny. We're talking about enjoyment, Abi. How people can enjoy themselves and all that. Yeah. Some people used to come for me. How are you telling us to enjoy? How are you telling us what your enjoyment is not my enjoyment? Yeah, my enjoyment might not be your enjoyment, but what I'm saying is that every day that you wake up is a blessing from God. Because I've discovered that a lot of Nigerians, with Africans, we do put our lives on hold. We are waiting for a life that we are going to live. So you think God has given you this life span that is, you can just, you are not the owner of your life. So what I was going to say about this uncle is that even if, let's say they resolve this matter now with the whatever, whoever sold him the revolutionary plus, whatever they are called, even if they resolve it now, what is he going to do with those land? Let's say he got the land, maybe 2 or 3 land. He's homeless now. He has no job. How is he going to develop it? How is he going to build a house on one of them? How? When he's sleeping outside. What's the condition? Somebody mentioned it. I don't know what that condition is that you get when you sleep outside and you're exposed to cold for a long time. Is it hypothermia or hypothermia? I don't know what they call it again. Yeah? How is he going to develop it now? That's it. Even if they give him the land now, what is he going to do with it? Can he sell it for a profit that will really impact his life in the abroad? Or is he going to go back to Nigeria to ordinary land? He will just go back to Nigeria and they will hand him the land and say, okay, take your line. Hypothemia, God bless you. Gravitas. What's use now? I don't know. So at the end of the day, guys, let us be making choices that are going to help our well-being. We Africans, I was thinking about it a few days ago. I was just reflecting. We don't talk a lot about our well-being. We don't focus on our well-being. We don't focus on our life in terms of how we are living it. Well-being is not something we think about. It's just about survival. We are constantly in the survival mode. Start thinking about your well-being, because you don't have two lives. Use only one life you have. Is not two. Don't kill yourself. We all pray for long life. We pray that God will give us good health. But you have only one life. So every single day that you wake up, make choices that you're saying, you know what, I'm going to live now. I will live. I'm going to live my life. I'm not putting my life on hold. So if you are that uncle that don't have chair in your house, all your chairs are torn, and your children are wearing shoes that, they have holes, you will not take care of your children, you will not take care of your family because of the life that you are planning to live. I hope you learn something. Mm. Every single day that we wake up is a gift. Make the best use of it. Don't put your life on hold because of the life you think you're going to have tomorrow. So that is all I'm going to say tonight regarding this. Yeah, Jimmy said build the smallest vacation home in Nigeria. 2 rooms is enough, right? Yeah, yeah. Vacation. You know the funny thing about it, another thing that I didn't talk about is the fact that even people with vacation homes now, they don't stay there anymore because of how Nigeria is now. You know, people don't stay in their vacation homes anymore. They don't. Because of the situation on ground now. Go stay there now. Whether tomorrow. People will go and hide. They don't stay in their home. A lot of people, especially the way things are now, they will go, they will not stay in there. Safety. Safety. Boys are not smiling, no. They are not smiling, guys. Be safe out there. Be safe. Safety. You see them build nice house, but go and sleep there now and see. In the night, they will wake you up and say, Ogbeni, Dide Jare. We hear that you brought dollars and pounds and euro. Yeah, bring it up. You that enter Nigeria with $500 in your pocket. Wagba. When they give you, it will be like the slab when they give, what they call a portable. By the time they finish with you, one year, Mogbe, ẹjọ́, kò mà sówó láwọn mi, one year, níbo, what to share day? Oh my God. May God help us. So. Caroline said that there's a problem in Kenya whereby they will sell one land to 5 people at the same time. Yeah. They do it too in Nigeria. Or when they finish selling the land to you, somewhere like Lagos, some boys, they call them land grabbers. They will come and tell you that this is their grandfather's land, that you have to buy it from them. Oh dear. It is well. May God help us. It is well. Ben said when he visits Nigeria on vacation, that he only visits, he said, I only visit my house twice. He dey fear. So they won't finish me with black tax. Every morning they will line up. I come and say, we just say we should come and greet you. We say we should come and greet you and say, oh, thank you very much. I've been greeted. Can you go now? For where they don't go. You must shake body. They will pay you courtesy visits. We heard that you are around. Shoko Ojekpo, she plane Ojekpo. Ekabo. We came to greet you. When Nigeria say I came to greet you, na something follow come. If you must shake body, you go explain. Oh my God. You're wrong. Go lodge. I tell you, hotel is cheaper. People think it's a waste of money. Me, I stay in hotel. It's cheaper because the money you go spend when you stay in your home or you stay with family, Jesus. Wagba. Oh dear. Thank you very much. At the end of the day, I just pray that people make wise decisions and they are living and taking care of themselves and their business and their families and that uncle, whoever he is, whoever knows him. I pray that he's able to resolve this and that God, most importantly, will take him out of that street. We are sending him so much prayers. That street is on is not good enough. I want my worst enemy to be out there in the winter. I pray that he's able to get off that street and get back on his feet. And may God see him through. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to see you soon. I appreciate you. I love you guys very much. Take care. Please give us a thumbs up. Thank you for the conversation, Jimmy. I enjoyed talking to you and Ngozi. Somebody said that Ngozi is not a Nigerian because she has an American accent. Ngozi, next time you call this show, you better start working on your Nigerian accent. Okay? That's what Ola calls it. Your accent needs to be accenting. This Americano accent you are doing is not giving. Oh God. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you. Appreciate you. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye guys. Love you.